Hi, this is Laura. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I am a third year dental student and I have been asked so many times to share my personal statement tips and tricks and advice and how to get started and all of these questions relating to the personal statement, so I just thought I'd make a video about it. Even though I'm a dental student, I have edited many of my friends' personal statements for medical school, PA school, nursing school, OT school, pharmacy, and other grad programs, so I've had my fair share of reading personal statements. My tips in this video are pretty universal to writing all personal statements, but I am a dental student, so I'm gonna have some dental related topics here and there that you can just replace with your own program. Also, if you're interested in hearing my personal statement that got me into dental school, then watch this video till the end. Okay, so we'll get started with the basics. The point of a personal statement is to give the admissions committee a picture of who you are and, most importantly, why you want to pursue a career in this field and enhance your education. In my opinion, this is the single most important aspect of your application, and I know that a lot of admissions committees put a lot of weight into your personal statement. Yes, your GPA and test scores do matter, but those aren't unique to you. A lot of other applicants could have the same numbers as you, so what makes you stand out from those numbers is your personal statement. This essay makes you stand out from the rest of the applicants because it's personal, it matches an individual to the stats, and it also allows you to tell your story about why you want to be a dentist and what led you here. Next tip is to be yourself. I cannot emphasize this enough. You don't want to use jargon, cliches, anything that you wouldn't normally say in daily conversation in your personal statement. Because what you write in your personal statement and how you convey yourself, once you get an interview and they see that you sound like a completely different person, that is a red flag. The next tip is to start early. Now, usually I am a procrastinator, but for the personal statement, I did not procrastinate because I knew that it would take me a long time to write a good one. For me, it took about 3 months to work on my personal statement from start to finish. For others, it may take longer. For others, it may take shorter. So it's really up to you, but I just recommend starting as soon as you can. The reason I recommend starting so early is because it will take time. You're gonna brainstorm, and then you're gonna write, and then edit, and then you'll have other people edit, and then you might have a couple drafts that you totally restart from and redo. Basically, have the expectation that you will have multiple drafts before you get the right one. And this is completely normal. This is what good writing is. You go through multiple drafts, and that's just the process. Know your word count from the beginning. I'm sure this is a given, but I'm just mentioning it. So this varies for each type of program you're applying to. For dental school, pre-dental students, you have 4,500 characters, including spaces. Now onto the writing process. I find writing personal statements difficult because it's really hard to talk about yourself.
Unless you like to do that.
You're essentially hyping yourself up throughout the essay. But it's all part of the process to get in because no one knows your story better than you do, so it is your responsibility to convey that story in this essay. You really want to take the time to reflect on who you are and why you want to be a dentist. What experiences have you had that have led you to this field? Specifically for dental students, you don't want to just go to another 4 years of dental school after undergrad and come out with 200 to 300K in debt just because. There is a reason that you want to do this and to be a dentist, and it's your job to convey that to the admissions committee. Don't write cliches. Don't say that you want to help people because you can help people in so many other jobs as well. Don't say you love science and this is why it led you to this field. Yes, you do like science, and yes, you do want to help people, but think beyond those. So the structure of your personal statement is telling a story, it's telling a narrative. So you're gonna first start out with catch, because you want to catch the reader's attention. What makes the admissions committees want to keep reading your personal statement? It could be an anecdote, but it doesn't have to be. Sometimes it's actually easier to write the rest of your essay and then come back to the introduction. Okay, now onto the body paragraphs. First of all, don't just list what you did because that is the whole point of your resume or CV. You want to use specific and active examples. If you shadowed, don't just say that you shadowed because literally anyone can do that. They want to know, what did you learn from shadowing that you can apply to your future patient care? You probably have a whole bunch of experiences that you can talk about, but you want to pinpoint just a select few because you don't want to overwhelm them, and that wouldn't make a very cohesive essay. A lot of you are pursuing this field for similar reasons, and that's totally okay. You don't have to have the most amazing experiences. As long as you can write about it in a way that conveys passion and your excitement for this field, you're good. Lastly is your conclusion. You're going to use this paragraph to summarize all of your points and tie everything together nicely. Ultimately, draw your final conclusion and why you can't see yourself pursuing any other career besides this one. And what I recommend doing is actually adding in a little statement about the future. By this, I mean add how you would contribute to the profession and patient care. And I think that this will help you stand out because these are essentially your goals. Now on to editing, which is arguably the most important aspect of writing this personal statement. You're going to edit multiple drafts and incorporate feedback from all of these different avenues. This is why it's so important to start writing your personal statement early. After you have a solid draft and you have read your personal statement over and over and over until the point where your eyes are bleeding, have others edit it. I recommend asking your mentors, professors, even friends. Also, make use of your school's writing center if you have one. My university had a great writing center that offered help to students with their essays, personal statements, resumes, CVs, and it was free. I used Google Docs when I was writing my personal statement. If you are going to use Google Docs, then I recommend creating a folder and then organizing all of your drafts in there. Save each draft separately. You can send the Google Doc to others to edit in review mode, but always keep an original of each draft separate so that you can refer back to it if needed. Those are the tips that I found most useful when I was writing my personal statement, and hopefully you found these helpful. Now I'll share my personal statement that got me into dental school. Heads up, I strongly advise you not to take anything from my personal statement because it is mine and that would be plagiarism, and you don't want to jeopardize your chance of admission for something as ignorant as that. I put a lot of my heart and effort into writing this personal statement back in 2016, and I am sharing it with you guys in hopes that it will inspire you to write your amazing stories.
You ready for this? Let's see.
Culture has had the most significant role in shaping my current identity and values. Imagine coming from a background where you're stereotyped to be unsuccessful and low class. Growing up, I was ashamed to be Cambodian American. When I started college, I was overwhelmed by the diversity on campus, and it was at that point which I yearned to discover my own cultural identity and joined the Khmer Student Association, KHSA. I began to participate in traditional Cambodian dance, an art form that requires much elegance and precise hand movements. My involvement with KHSA also provided me opportunities to strengthen my leadership skills, embrace diversity, and build relationships across cultures. The feeling of shame that I once had was now pride, and I developed a passion to serve diverse communities with hands-on work. Little did I know the passion and skills that I gained from my cultural awareness would parallel with my ambition to be a dentist. My motivation to pursue dentistry cannot be pinpointed to a single reason. Rather, it's the accumulation of my personal experiences and various interests that inspire me. I first became interested in dentistry while shadowing health professionals through the program Vietnam Health Clinic, VHC. My favorite professional to shadow was a dentist because I loved how she was able to use her hands to heal and her words to educate the patients. Returning from VHC, I was eager to learn more about the field of dentistry and see if it was fit for me. I enrolled in a course through the University of Washington's School of Dentistry titled Planning a Career in Dentistry for the Future. One of the requirements for the class was to shadow a dentist throughout the quarter. I was assigned to shadow Dr. Z at his practice. I observed that many of his patients were of Southeast Asian descent and other underrepresented minority groups. This opened the perfect opportunity for me to learn how dentists can serve the underprivileged here in our communities. One day while shadowing Dr. Z, I realized my potential to positively impact the field of dentistry. A Cambodian woman came in for her recall exam and Dr. Z determined that she needed a few fillings. However, the patient refused and exclaimed in broken English, "I find you not know what you're doing." Dr. Z did not understand why the patient was making such an accusation, but I understood where she was coming from because of my work with the Cambodian community. In Southeast Asian culture, there's a lack of trust in providers, so they tend to seek medical attention only when in serious pain. This encounter is one of many in which I witnessed how the lack of understanding and trust between a dentist and patient can lead to disparities among ethnic populations. There's a need for diversity in the field of dentistry, and I want to be part of that change. My vision is for future dentists to exemplify cultural competence. By doing so, not only will dentists provide better care, but they will also build greater trust and relationships with their patients and the communities in which they serve. My work in dental research and private practice has only reassured my decision to pursue dentistry. As a research volunteer at the Center for Pediatric Dentistry, I have worked with Drs. Z and Z on various clinical studies, allowing me to expand my knowledge of the field. Over the past year, I have also worked as a dental receptionist for Dr. Z. Working at the front desk has given me the unique opportunity to learn about the logistics of running a practice, such as billing insurance and professional customer service. The skills that I have gained from all of my experiences have laid a solid foundation for me to become a successful dentist. To me, being a great dentist is more than being knowledgeable about oral health and having fine hand skills. It also entails being a leader, fostering relationships, and having a true commitment to educate the community. Dentistry allows me to combine my strengths and interests into a career where I see myself making a great contribution. Many of these strengths stem from my work with KHSA, including manual dexterity from Cambodian dance, leadership skills gained by working with the community, and cultural competence by making connections with students and leaders of diverse ethnicities. I'm a student with a passion to transform the field of dentistry, and I'm ready to take the next step to fulfill my mission. That was a lot of words. So that is my personal statement that got me into dental school, and everything in here still holds true. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and comment down below if you found it was helpful, because I need to know these things so I know if I should make more videos. And subscribe to my channel, LauraSmiles, if you haven't already, and follow me on Instagram at LauraVong for more content. All right, thanks for watching. Bye.